holds historical values which are related to the colonial period. Among the attractions of Kuala Kangsar are Ubudiah Mosque, which are a must for historical buffs. This magnificent mosque is located beside the Royal Mausoleum at Bukit Chandan. The mosque stands proudly and majestically in Kuala Kangsar with its golden dome and minarets, creating a spellbinding sight from near and afar. The construction began in 1911 while the late SultanIdris Murshidul Al-Adzam Shah was undergoing the treatment at Port Dickson. He vowed that he will build a mosque at Bukit Chandan if he recovered from his illness. When the late SultanIdris' health finally improved, he instructed the Colonel Hasli, an engineer on that day, that comes from Public Works of Department Head Office in Kuala Lumpur, to come out with a design of a mosque with a great beauty. The government architect Ada bin Sahabat designed the mosque. The construction delayed. This is because of the 11th fight between the late Sultan Idris and the king, son of Sultan Abdullah Julan. The 11th fight caused a huge loss. All the marble and stone they imported from Italy had been destroyed. Besides of that, the outbreak of the World War I in Europe caused further delayed time on shipping the marble and stone from Italy. The Italian marble had to be shipped around the coast of South Africa. 1916, the late of Sultan Idris Murshidul Al-Adzam Shah passed on 14 January 1916. But at the 1917, the construction of mosque complete. The mosque was officially declared open by the 26th Perak Sultan Almarhum Sultan Abdul Jalil. In 1993, after 70 years of operations, the Masjid Ubudiah had undergone renovations due to the need of the additional spaces and to enhance or repair the architectural value and historical value of the mosque. The architectural details of Masjid Ubudiah are influenced by the Mughal Gothic architecture and the Moorish architecture. From the features of the ornament-shaped dome to the minaret design, all are inspired and influenced by the Mughal Gothic. There are some differences between the Mughal Gothic and the Moorish. The Moorish architecture was carved the organic pattern on the facade of the building. Meanwhile, the Mughal Gothic architecture has simple facade of alignment of the stripes. The floor plan of Ubudiah Mosque was originally an octagonal shape before it amended in 1993. The floor plan was unique and unusual for the typical mosque in Malaysia. Before the additional prayer hall, the octagonal core functioned as the main prayer hall. The amendment done is due to the increasing the number of people that praying and visiting the mosque. The 400 square meter octagonal shaped prayer hall had installed air conditioning units and laid modern carpets for the comfortability of people to pray. In 2003, as you can see, the organic pattern at Shilin Plaster was carved by skilled sculpture imported from Uzbekistan as to live up the Moorish influence. The extended serambi, or we call veranda, as wide as 11 meters that surrounded the main prayer hall, with marble floor finishes mainly functioned as the prayers area. The minbar, located to the right of the mihrab, is a pulpit in the mosque where the prayer leader stands to deliver khutbah. It is also a symbol of authority of Islam religion. The mihrab, a niche indicating the direction of Mecca, is in the center prayer hall of the Ubudiah Mosque. The natural patterns of the Italian marble can be clearly seen. The arches of the Masjid Ubudiah are generally keyhole shaped. They were influenced by the typical Moorish architecture that followed the characteristic of the dome itself, which is bulbous and a semicircular shape. For the interior part, the size and the shape of the arches are varied. Those that located at the veranda are wider and larger in diameter, whereas those that located at the entrance of the prayer hall, which has a smaller diameter and they are pointed. The ablution area is situated outside the mosque area, as the main mosque area is considered holy. At the outside, an Islamic pattern fountain can be seen as to add the serene ambience of the Ubudiah Mosque. The Perak Royal Mausoleum, or we call Al-Ghufran Royal Cemetery, houses the royal graves and the tombs. Some of the gravestones have intricately designed with white marble carvings. Meanwhile, the minaret was built using a long span column to support the structure. The material used to build the minaret is concrete and brick, which is the modern material on that day. The characteristics of the Masjid Ubudiah was influenced by the Mughal Gothic architecture itself. Their design actually originated from the Hindu architecture and absorbed into the Mughal Gothic. The main dome of the Masjid Ubudiah was surrounded by the small churches. The arches at the entrance were carved with Islamic geometric patterns. It shows that tall columns aligned with the main gate arch create an extravagant feeling. However, on the real building on site, despite of having the marble carved, the marbles were seen to be aligned to create a pattern on top of the arches of the main gate. As observed, almost the whole exterior of the mosque was laid with marbles, especially on the wall and columns. The marbles were imported from Italy. Its natural color made the facade of the mosque look distinctive and luxurious. The binding of the Italian marble is Moorish in design. For overall, the Ubudiah Mosque can relate with the issue of modernity. As the mosque for religious community, it characterized by a larger scale to accommodate the people that come to pray. As observed, Masjid Ubudiah used modern materials such as concrete, brick, and marbles. This design still retained formal design, which are distinctive of common features such as dome, tall minaret, and high ceiling. Besides advancements of large structural proportions, it expanded functional rooms for other purposes such as office, imam's rooms, and storerooms. The applications of geometry shape for the floor plan, which is octagonal shaped, shows that modern idea applied. And obviously, another classifications of modern mosques which combine the various Islamic architecture, which is Mughal Gothic and also Moorish influence.